This is Deepak. After a long time, I'm making a video. I made something new. So today, I'm excited to present my work on enhancing extent reports with AWS and Twilio. This presentation mainly focuses on the integration of AWS and Twilio into an automated testing framework. After the test execution, an extent report is generated into an auto is generated. In that extent report, an audio-enabled summary button is displayed at the top right corner of the report. And whenever the HTML report is shared to the client or any other third party person, the attachment which are embedded in the report are also accessible. This makes the report more accessible and efficient. In the same way, after the completion of test execution, WhatsApp notifications are also sent to the destined mobile numbers regarding the failed test cases, which ensures real-time updates. In order to implement these features, we need to follow some procedure. We need to integrate with some third party services. I will explain that integration part in the coming slides. Right? First of all, I will give the overview on the services that I used, like AWS, Poly, S3, and something. Actually, Poly and S3 are the part of AWS, and Twilio is completely a third party one. And the next, access acquiring and access keys and secret keys. With these keys are important. These keys plays an important role in authenticating a user. Later, we need to include the Maven dependencies which are required for Poly, ES3, and Twilio. After including these Maven dependencies, we can fetch the required classes and methods. And the next thing is the most crucial one, implementation part. How to achieve it programmatically. I will explain this with the help of diagrams and charts. And and this have few benefits. I will explain that benefits also. First of all, we know about the AWS stands for Amazon Web Services, which was introduced by Amazon in the year 2006, and it is one of the most popular cloud computing platform. It includes a various range it provide a various range of services, including cloud computing, storage, networking, database, connectivity, and security, whatever, so many services. And AWS provides more than 200 services. Among those 200 services, we are using two services, those are Poly and S3. And among those 200 services, there are some services which are most popular. Those are EC2, Poly, S3, Lambda, Pinpoint, and SNS. Yes, QS also. In the year 2022, Canalys released a report. In that report, they clearly stated that 33% of the global cloud occupied by AWS. So it holds the highest market share among all other cloud platforms. And some other alternating cloud computing platforms are Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, and there is a Alibaba Cloud also. And these services are very scalable, reliable, and globally available and secure. Instead of maintaining a physical servers, it's better to host on AWS. And this AWS is widely used in different industries like e-commerce, streaming, gaming, and finance. When it comes to e-commerce, Amazon, Flipkart, streaming, Epic Games will uses Epic Games, Netflix, and PayPal, Capital One also uses this AWS. Next, Poly. Poly is a part of AWS, and it is one of the services provided by Amazon, and it is a cloud-based TTS which converts the text into a lifelike speech, and it leverages the advanced deep learning technologies to convert the text into a natural sounding human speech, and it supports various type of languages, like nearly it provides a 43 type of language variants, It includes male voices, female voices, and child voices. I will explain how this poly work. First of all, we need to give that input as a text via AWS console or AWS SDK or API. After this, there are some TTS models in the documentation they provide called voice. They are calling as voice engines. There are four type of voice engines: generative, neural, long form, and standard. And if we don't mention the voice engine, it will consider as a standard voice engine, and this standard voice engine takes input as a text and it will convert into a stream or audio file. It is based on the user choice. So if we choose a audio file, then there are three possible extensions: mp3, ogg, and pcm. In my framework, I'm giving the input as text via AWS SDK. Here we are not mentioning any voice engine explicitly, so it is taking as default as a voice engine. Here we are, instead of audio stream, we are choosing a file as an output format, and we are choosing the extension called MP3. And there are different type of language variants, and there are different type of voices which we discussed previously. Here I'm using English with Indian accent. For Indian accent, they're providing a three female voices. Among those three female voices, Ravina is a voice name which is a using it, which is using it, which I use it now. S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, and S3 is a scalable, durable, and largely available object storage service where you can store anywhere data on the web. You can store anywhere data on that anywhere any data on the web, and you can retrieve also. And to balance the cost and access speed, they introduced a storage different storage classes: standard and glacier. For free tier, there is only one storage class, that is called standard storage class. And in S3, the data is organized in the form of buckets. Buckets are like directories. Here, whatever the data that you upload, that can be called as object. Each object will have a metadata for unique identification purpose, and the object capacity will be 5 MB. If the 5 MB exceeds, then it will create another object, and these objects are stored inside a bucket. Actually, we can control the access and set the permission for the buckets as well as files, but it is a complicated process. For free tier, it is not available. This feature is not available. In this framework, we are using these two Amazon services, and the next one is Twilio, which is completely a third party one, and it is also a cloud communication platform. With the help of this cloud communication platform, we can send a email, WhatsApp messages, and SMS also. Here we are using it for sending a failure notifications via WhatsApp, and here we can easily integrate the Twilio with the Java and Python and Node.js and Perl, Ruby. And it is ideal for marketing, promotions, alert notifications. And this Twilio is ideal for these services, and it is compatible with so many languages. And here we are using with Java. This is one of the important step in the integration part. First of all, in order to acquire the access key and secret key, we need to perform some activities. First of all, we need to create an AWS account. Creating an AWS account is a hectic one. After creating an account, we need to go to the IAM. We need to log into console. After logging to the console, we need to navigate to a IAM dashboard. Within the IAM dashboard, then there is a left in the left panel. There will be an option called users. Within the users, there is an option called add users. If you click on that, you need to enter your username and you need to enable the API access, and you need to select some checkboxes, and you need to attach the policies directly. And after that, we need to create that create that access keys. After creating an users, we need to acquire keys which are useful. right? Here we need to create an access key and secret key for the both services S3 and Poly, and these are available only one time. So it's better to grab or copy and paste it anywhere. Next, accessing the secret keys is not only a task. There is a some more process. We need to include these Maven dependencies into our pom.xml file. Pom.xml file is a file where all the dependencies exist in our application. Here we need to embed this in the dependencies tag of your pom.xml file, and we know how to integrate it. I mean, how to include the Maven dependency. Everyone know that, but I will say, but first of all, we need to go to a browser. Within the browser, go to the Maven repositories website. Within the Maven repository, search for the poly S3 and Twilio. Include the dependencies and paste in your pom.xml file. The most important one, crucial one, I made a Selenium framework with the help of Java. In the Java, along with the iTest listener, I implemented a iSuit listeners also. And this iSuit listener contains a two methods called onSuit start method and onSuit finish method. And this onSuit finish method contains a iSuit object. And this iSuit object contains the various details about the test execution. With the help of this object, we can extract the various details like number of passed test count, number of failed test method names, total time taken for the execution. So in order to present these data in a structured format, I'm creating a test execution summary template using a string builder object. So after that, the data is injected into a template and that is converted into a string format. After converting the summary in a string format, there is a next step. After including a Maven dependencies, we will get a class called AWS credentials. And this AWS credential class contains a method called create. Within the create method, we need to pass the access keys and secret keys. And that keys can be passed to the speech synthesizer method. And this speech synthesizer method takes the create this credential object along with the string which contains execution summary and a voice ID and the extension and the reason and the output format. Finally, it will provide a mp3 file, and that mp3 file will be stored inside a audio files folder within the project directory. The next step, you know, we are writing a custom method which will extract the latest mp3 file from the audio files folder, and that can be uploaded to the Amazon h3, which provides an https shareable link. And that https shareable link is stored in a string variable for the further use. And here we are using an extend report. In extend report, there is an object called extend spark reporter configuration object. With that object contains a few methods. Among those methods, there is a method called setJS. Within the setJS method, we will write JavaScript in a string format, like creating an anchor tag element. Within the anchor tag, creating a href attribute. For that href attribute value, we are providing that https link, and we will flush the report. If you after flushing the report, whenever the report is displayed on the Chrome or any browser, we can see the button on the top right corner. In order to send the WhatsApp messages, there is another process. First of all, we need to create a Twilio account, which is a free one. If you create a free account, we will get a 15 credits. If you run out of a 15 credits, then it will become a difficult. So it's better to use wisely. In the dashboard, we can extract an account as SID and authentication token. After that, in order to check whether these are working or not, we need to activate the Twilio WhatsApp sandbox by joining into the sandbox. That means we need to the persons who are destined to receive the WhatsApp notification. Those person need to join in this WhatsApp sandbox. Right after that, we need to include the Twilio dependency in our project, and there is a method called init method from the Twilio class. In the initialization method, we need to pass the account SID and authentication token. After that, with the help of the iSuit object, we need to extract a message. We need to create a message, and we need to provide the destined mobile number. We can send to the multiple numbers also. We can send the message to the multiple persons also. So now I am ready for demo. I hope you are also ready for a demo.
Hello Deepak Annam. Now I am going to give test execution overview for e-commerce admin test suite. The test suite was executed on April 29, 2025 at 6:26 p.m. Windows 11 operating system. Total execution time was 1 minute and 15 seconds. Out of 10 total tests, 8 tests passed successfully, 2 tests failed, and 0 tests were skipped. The overall success rate is 80.0%. The following tests failed: login and logout test, invalid credentials expected, true, but found, false. Login and logout test, invalid credentials expected, true, but found, false. This is the basic overview of results of recent test execution. Entire screen recording of test execution is available here. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Next, benefits of my enhanced report. See, if this extend report is sent via email, all the attachments which are embedded in the report are also accessible and efficient. Are also accessible. This makes the extend report more efficient, and so we can say it as portable. In the same way, with the help of audio summary, we can reduce the time of a high level executives. Actually, the people in the top level of the organization are involved in meetings, appointments, and calls, and other discussions and strategic decision meetings. For that type of person, if we provide these features, this summary, it will be useful to them, and they can easily save their time. They can easily take a decision on it. So if we provide a WhatsApp notifications automatically after the test execution, then it will be helpful to the developers and testers also. In a real life scenario, it will be better if we send these WhatsApp notifications to developers and testers. They can quickly work on it. It reduces the delay in a product delivery time. So that's all about the benefits of my enhanced extent report. So thanks for your important time and attention. Thank you so much, guys.